Hello everyone, myself Deepu from SVCE ISA department. Today I'm going to discuss about the topic effective waste management, record keeping, control, inventory and monitoring. Introduction to effective waste management. Effective waste management is essential for the health and safety of our communities as well as for the preservation of the environment. This video provides an overview of various waste management strategies including record keeping, control, inventory and monitoring. We will also cover waste reduction techniques and best practices. Why effective waste management is important? Effective waste management is crucial for several reasons, including protecting the environment, minimizing health risks, and reducing the cost associated with waste disposal. Protecting the environment. Proper waste management helps prevent pollution and reduces the impact of waste on the environment. It helps protect natural resources and prevent ecosystem by reducing the amount of waste that ends up in landfills or released into the air or water. Minimizing health risks. Effective waste management can also help minimize health risks associated with waste exposure. It helps prevent the spread of disease and reduces the risk of injury or illness caused by hazardous waste. Reducing cost. Proper waste management can also reduce costs associated with waste disposal by implementing effective waste management reduction techniques and best practices. Organization can save money on waste disposals fees and reduce the need for expenses. Waste treatment of cleanup. Let us move on to record keeping. Why record keeping is important? Accurate and detailed record keeping is essential for effective waste management. It helps to identify the types of quantities of waste generated and track their disposal. It also helps to ensure compliance and regulations and reduce the risk of penalties or fines. What information should be recorded? The following information should be recorded: type and quantity of waste generated, date and time of waste generation, name and contact information of waste generator, method of waste disposal, name and contact information of waste transporter, name and contact information of waste disposal faculty. Types of record keeping. Paper records. Maintaining accurate paper records is essential for tracking waste generation and disposal. This includes keeping track of the types of waste generated, the quantities produced, and the methods of disposal. Paper records shall be stored in a secure location and updated regularly. Digital records. Digital record keeping system can offer significant advantages over paper records. They can be more easily searched and filtered, reducing the time and effort required to locate specific information. They can also be more secure with access restricted authorized users. Finally, digital records can be easily backed up and stored off-site, reducing the risk of data loss. Moving on to monitoring. Monitoring is an essential component of effective waste management. It involves tracking and analyzing waste generation, disposal, and treatment to identify areas for improvement and ensure compliance with legal requirements. Types of monitoring. There are several types of monitoring that can be used to track waste management performance. Waste audits. A waste audit involves analyzing the composition and volume of waste generated by a facility to identify opportunities for waste reduction and recycling. Waste tracking. Waste tracking involves recording the quantity and type of waste generated, transported, and disposed of by a facility to ensure compliance with legal requirements and identify areas for improvement. Performance monitoring. Performance monitoring involves tracking key metrics such as waste reduction, recycling rates, and cost savings evaluate to effective of waste management strategies. Benefits of monitoring. Monitoring waste management performance provides several benefits including identifying areas for improvement and cost savings, ensuring compliance with legal requirements and avoiding penalties or fines, tracking progress towards waste reduction and sustainability goals. Let's move on to waste control measures. Effective waste management involves implementing control measures to minimize waste generation and reduce environmental impact. These measures include source reduction. This involves reducing the amount of waste generated at the source. This can be achieved through the process of modification, material substitutions, and inventory control. Recycling. Recycling involves the collection or processing of materials that would otherwise be thrown away as trash. This reduces waste generation and conserves natural resources. Treatment. Treatment involves the use of physical, chemical, or biological process to reduce the volume and toxicity of waste. This can include inclination, composting, and chemical treatment. Types of control measures. There are several types of control measures that can be implemented to manage waste effectively. There are source control, recycling, treatment or disposal. Implementation of control measures. To effectively implement control measures, it is important to identify the types of quantities of waste generated, develop a waste management plan that includes control measures, train employee on waste management practices, monitor waste generation and disposal, regularly we review and update the waste management plan. Now let's move to inventory. What is inventory management? Inventory management is the process of overseeing the flow of goods from manufacturers to warehouses and from these facilities to a point of sale. Effectively, inventory management ensures that business have the right amount of inventory on hand all, at all times to meet consumer demand while minimizing waste and reducing cost. Benefits of effective inventory management. Effective inventory management can provide a number of benefits to business, including improved cash flow by reducing excess inventory and freeing up capital, increased efficiency by streamlining an inventory management process, reduced waste by minimizing overproduction and spoilage. Now let's move on to waste reduction techniques. Source reduction. The most effective way to reduce waste is to avoid creating it in the first place. Here are some resources reduction techniques. Buy products with minimal packaging. Choose durable, long lasting products over disposable ones. Use reusable containers instead of single one use. Recycling. Recycling is the process of converting waste materials into new materials and objects. Here are some recycling techniques. Separate recyclable materials from non-recyclable ones. Check with your local recycling program to see what materials they accept. And composting. Composting is the process of turning organic waste into nutrient-rich soil. Here are some composting techniques. Collect food scraps and yard waste in a compost bin or pile. Add water and turn compost regularly to promote decomposition. Waste management best practices. Waste sorting and recycling. Implementing waste sorting and recycling programs can greatly reduce the amount of waste that ends up in landfills. This not only helps the environment but also save money on waste disposal cost. Composting is a great way to reduce organic waste and create a nutrient-rich soil for gardening. It can be done on site or throughout a commercial composting service. And here last but not the least, plastic waste reduction. Reducing the use of single-use plastic such as straws, water bottles can greatly reduce the amount of plastic waste generated. Encouraging the use of reusable alternation and implementing recycling program for plastics can also help. And here we come for a conclusion that effective waste management is crucial for businesses to operate sustainability and responsible. By implementing strategies such as record keeping, control, inventory, and monitoring, businesses can minimize their environmental impact while improving their bottom line through cost saving and increased efficiency. Thank you for watching my video. Do like and subscribe.